Hello, my name is Veronica, and welcome to the Learning Lab, Episode 16, Flowersoft, Segment 3. If you arrived at this video through a link, please know that there is a Flowersoft Installment 1 and 2 that will lead you to this point where we are now. And in this installment, we're going to finish off our card so that we can create the one being displayed before you here. So let's not dawdle any longer. Come on into the lab, and we're going to pick up where we left off. I'm applying just a little bit of glue to the various parts of this green topiary, just to give it a bit of dimension, leaving some of the space open because I want to come back in with some polar white and with some glitter. Now, because of the preciseness of this tip, I can really go in and only put this where I want it. And now I'll come in with the polar white. For the sake of the camera, I'll just sprinkle that and then use my finger to press some of it in place. And then tap off the excess. And now you can see some of the lovely, lovely snow that's caught in my tree. Now I'm going to go back and sprinkle with just a bit of glitter to catch whatever was missed by my Flowersoft. And here is an example of those two topiaries, nicely done, and you can see the glintiness of that glitter, but mainly it's that polar white diamond that's sparkling like that. Now my next step is to go ahead and go up top, and we're going to put our polar white in up there. And that is just a matter of going across with my glue and then going around, just dapping it on because you don't need a whole lot. And sometimes snow catches, just depends. And then we're going to come back in with a container and apply some of that beautiful polar white. It's going to give it a nice little press down, and then flick that from the card. And look how beautifully that snow has caught around my door frame. Absolutely awesome. Really do like that. Okay, so I'm going to clean up and we're going to continue working our way with our garland down the post. For going around the post, I'm actually going to use the Christmas Vintage collection. And because I want this to look pretty full, I'm just going to lay down one entire line of glue from beginning to end. And I've emptied out my Christmas green and poured up my vintage collection into a bowl, and I'm just aerating it by giving it a nice shake. And then I want to come in and apply some to this post. And this is a beautiful blend of some red and green. It's a softer green than the Christmas green. I don't want to contaminate any of my other colors that are down there. I would encourage you to allow this to dry in between, but I'm just going to go ahead and tap that off, and there is our garland going around our post. Nice three-dimensional. It is looking even more stunning. Now I'm just going to come over here to where I've pre-marked those lines and use the same technique. And there are the two garlands, nicely done. And because this is a high-tack glue that tends to stay wet for a while, I'm going to go in and glitter my post. And again, that glitter is only going to hit the areas where my Flowersoft is not. And we'll just let that run. There it is. The next step is to go down at the bottom, and we're going to use the polar white because I am doing the ground Flour Soft, if you take a look here, you can see where I've really scribbled that glue around because I want it very uneven, just the way it would be when the snow falls outside your doorway before you have a chance to shovel it. So I'm going to pull back in my Polar White. And then again, just to give that a nice little press across the bottom. And there we are. If you want to clean up around your sidewalk a bit, you can just come in and give a little scrape away. After looking at this, I've decided that I want to go to my wreath and add a little bit of that vintage Christmas and strategic places just to give it a bit more dimension. Beautiful, beautiful wreath. And I'm going to drop just a bit of glitter inside of that wreath. Now hopefully you can see why I wanted that brick and mortar work to be just a bit more predominant. Now I'm going in with my Sakura Glaze gel pen and going around these window openings just to give it a little gloss and sheen. I don't want to use the glossy accents because I think that might be a bit more dimensional than what I want. There's my illuminated window. Now I want to move to the garland, and initially I wanted to put a little bit of bling on there. I'm going to bring in some rhinestones and just kind of see how it looks. If I don't like it, I can always leave it alone. And to make certain that my rhinestones stay into place once I get them on, I've taken the cover that came with my rhinestones and just place it on top and give that a nice press, and that way I don't have to worry about lifting up any of my flowers off accidentally. Hope that's coming across on the camera. I am going to have to give this card the highest rating of all because it is absolutely amazing. I hope that the detail comes across on camera, but if you look at those posts, they now seem to jump out at you, and that snow-covered walkway down here, breathtaking. And the wreath itself looks very nice, has its own sheen and sparkle, and the windows are just slightly illuminated enough to give the hint of a soft light burning in the living room. Love, love this Flour Soft. And here is our finished card, looking extremely elegant and absolutely ready for the post. For mailing, this card simply folds down flat and goes directly into your envelope. The recipient receives it, admires that beautiful Flour Soft, stands it up, and there you are. Thank you for joining me in the Learning Lab as we took a look at this awesome product from the UK called Flour Soft. When you visit me at my blog, inkillusions.blogspot.com, you'll find a coupon code there that you can enter when you go to Cutters Creek to order your Flour Soft. Until then.